Welcome back to another One Mind Syndicate video. I am your host, Gersh1. Normally we cover Warhammer 40k lore, but since you guys really enjoy my reaction videos where I give you guys my 2 cents on the lore behind a lot of cinematic trailers, I wanted to do that for today's video, or for today's trailer that I'm going to react to, the Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Daemonhunters game. So we're going to go over that one, and then another cinematic trailer that comes out for the same game, and then I'm going to give you guys my perspective for the lore. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, but without further ado, let's get straight into the trailer.
Armored in faith, shielded by devotion, armed with purity of purpose. The Emperor's will made manifest. We are the warriors of the Grey Knights, Daemonhunters. Chaos cannot stand against us, for we are the Hammer.
So that is the first part to the cinematic trailers that I'm going to be reacting to. What's awesome about this trailer is how they portray the Grey Knights. Now, the Grey Knights themselves are a very specialized unit within Warhammer 40k. They're considered a Space Marine chapter, but they're unique in that they have no first founding chapter. They are their own chapter, and it is rumored that their gene seed comes from the Emperor of Mankind and is extremely they are extremely psychically powerful. Every single battle brother is a psyker of some sort, and they are designated to fight demons, specifically the forces of chaos. So here we see them fighting some Nurgle demons. What's cool is at the end you see them going up against a giant Great Unclean One. We have a 40 facts video on all of the big name Great Unclean Ones, but for all those that don't know, these are called greater demons, and these greater demons basically they are the most powerful generals of the chaos god Nurgle, within his ranks they are the most powerful generals. They are the Great Unclean Ones. They are greater demons. Like I said, more information in the video that I'm going to link above. But what's cool is that the small unit of 5 Grey Knights are being met by this huge monstrous creature that is basically like showcasing how a simple 5-man unit needs the attention, or gets the attention, of a Great Unclean One, one of the greater demons of Nurgle. What I didn't like is that in the initial clips, there's a moment where one of the Grey Knights is being like ambushed by a bunch of Nurglings. Nurglings are like lesser demons. They're very, very small Nurgle demons. And they were like, he was getting pushed down and stuff like that. I didn't really like that, because in reality, Grey Knights are supposed to be super badass. Like, a simple lesser demon is just something that he can completely destroy, which is kind of what he did. He just swiped his glaive, I think it's called, and completely destroyed them. I really like all of the like electricity and like the basically everything showcasing that the weapons that this Grey Knight is using are power weapons, because that's what well, they're nemesis weapons, but like that is what the Grey Knights are known for. So that's pretty badass that they were able to capture that. I also like the warp portal that's being opened up, and you see the purple smoke, or the purple cloud swirling around the gate. I thought that was really good for like visualization of what the warp portal would look like. It's a basically an entrance or a gate to another dimension. So they did a good job in that. Now, what's cool about this game is that they're bringing in big name actors, and they're bringing Andy Serkis to voice the Grey Knight. I'm guessing he's like either a battle brother or some type of high-ranking Grey Knight. I forget what they're called. I want to say like Brotherhood. No, what are they called? Brother Chaplains? No. But he's probably some big named character if this big named actor is voicing him. So the second trailer that we're going to watch is the pre-order trailer for the same game with a little bit of more like lore flair that we can talk about. So let's get into that.
This is Inquisitor Cartha Vakir of the Ordo Malleus.
This is Grandmaster Vardan Kai responding, Inquisitor.
I have foreseen dire omens for this sector. Already Nurgle's poxwalkers roam free. I believe they are the symptom of a much greater cancer. The Grey Knights must purge this darkness, lest it swallow us whole.
Intriguing. However, the galaxy is full of unsolved mysteries. Proof is drawn from hard data, Inquisitor, which you have yet to provide.
I know where it came from, and now is the time to stop it, before this galaxy is consumed by chaos.
Such a blasphemous sight will not be unguarded.
Let it not be said that the Grey Knights held back their hand against the tide of coming darkness. You are our burning blade in the dark.
I see it now. 5 great demonic entities tore into existence here, and now they lie in wait. We must destroy this foul place.
How desperate the Sigilite Legion has become. Behold my wrath.
All right, so that's the second trailer, and what's awesome about this is the voices themselves, like just like the narrative that is told by these guys is awesome. First thing that popped out was the fact that it's an Inquisitor asking for help. Usually that happens because an Inquisitor has a very small group of acolytes that is helping that Inquisitor investigate or find some type of wrongdoing. In this situation, it's the Ordo Malleus. I think it would be or Hereticus, probably Malleus, but it's basically trying to detect like the or chaos within certain sectors. Think of the Inquisition as basically just a federal police force, or I guess it would be a galactic police force that can do whatever it wants and ask for help from pretty much any other military branch. But it knows that it can't just reach out to the Imperial Guard, which is the most common, like the Astra Militarum, which is the most common way that they can just bring in some regiments of some human soldiers. This Inquisitor needs the help of a much stronger military force in the form of, in this situation, it looked like a tech priest and a member of the Grey Knights. And the member of the Grey Knights, what's cool about this is that you see how the Adeptus Mechanicus represented by the tech priest is basically pushing down the Inquisition's notion of like, oh, there's chaotic taint within the sector. They don't want that. In the eyes of every single organization within the Imperium, they are very insular. They just want, they don't want other organizations to come into their area or boundaries and try to mess with their autonomy, which is what you see here. The tech priest is kind of like just basically ignoring what the Inquisitor is saying and saying like, no, it's probably not that bad. The rest of the galaxy is filled with terror. Like, why are you coming to us for aid? You probably don't need this aid. And then the Grey Knight is like, no, like I am going to help you because that is what my role is. So what that highlights is that the Grey Knights, the chapter, is autonomous. It's independent. If it chooses to help an Inquisitor, it's going to help an Inquisitor. More than likely it would, just because they're connected. But it is basically ignoring the tech priest, which is part of the Adeptus Mechanicus, which is something completely like separate, and saying like, no, I'm going to act in my own judgment. And my judgment is that I'm going to send Grey Knights to this world. And what's cool is that the Inquisitor points out, hey, there's 5 demons or there's 5 entities that have come out. And then we see glimpses of It looks like like I said before, a greater demon, which is probably a great unclean one. It looks like there's some other like demon forged creature. I don't know what that might be. And then another greater demon of some sort. That one had like skulls and stuff like that, so it might be Gorn. But then it also has Mortarion. Mortarion is the demon prince, and what's cool about what Mortarion says is that he says the Sigillites Legion. And that's like a callback to the origin of the Grey Knights. The Grey Knights, like I told you in the beginning, or in the first part, the Grey Knights are not a Space Marine chapter, or they are a unique Space Marine chapter because they're not like the other ones that come from a Primarch. The Grey Knights, the true gene seed of the Grey Knights is rumored to come from the Emperor. They don't really know where it comes from, but they are a chapter that is very, very unique and separate from the rest of the Loyalist Space Marine first founding chapters. So Sigillite is a reference to Malcador the Sigillite, who created the Inquisition, who then created the Grey Knights as a military branch to their organization, which is why they're fighting on behest of the Inquisition, which is why they have inquisitorial like iconography and all that kind of stuff. But it's awesome that they are like referencing Malcador the Sigillite. Back then, he technically should be called Malcador the Hero. But it's coming from Mortarion. Mortarion knew him as the Sigillite because he became the hero after the Horus Heresy, and obviously Mortarion, the Primarch, betrayed the Emperor, was against the Loyalists during the Heresy. So it's like all of this like crazy background lore is mixed up into this small little sentence of him just saying the Legion of the Sigillite, which is awesome. If you guys want to learn more, I have a 40 facts, or I have a lore video on Mortarion. I'll put a link up above, and as well as a lore video on the Inquisition. Now the gameplay itself looks cool. It's an RPG. I'm not a big video game person though. I wish I was. So moving forward, what I'm going to be doing is if I do react to some type of trailer for a video game, just giving you guys the lore background. I can't give you guys too much information on what the actual details of the game is going to be, just because I'm not a gamer. I'm not like a video gamer in that way. I'm still tabletop, old school, collecting miniatures, painting them. I like to see things in front of me and touch them and stuff like that. I'm not a big gamer. But I hope you guys enjoyed this small little reaction video. If you guys have suggestions for me to react to anything else, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm going to be doing that next week. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are subscribed, or if you subscribe to the channel specifically for reaction videos like this, where you want to learn quick lore bites like this, I'm going to create a playlist with all of my previous reaction videos, so you guys can check that out. But if not, just, browse the archives. We have a bunch of lore videos, a bunch of like tactic videos that the Sound Alchemist has created. So yeah, enjoy. Thank you for listening. If you guys want to support us, hit the like button. That really does help. Or Patreon. We do have a Patreon where just $1 a month helps us out. But thanks for listening, guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. This is Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.
Oh, I used to put my